What's up, guys? Chaz and Charlie, and today I want to discuss abusing weed is like taking Ozempic. And before you click off, let me explain. There are two different takes I've thought about this. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm sure you know what Ozempic is. It's a weight loss drug that basically causes you to not eat, suppresses your appetite, which allows you to lose weight. Many celebrities are taking this drug and losing weight rapidly. The public is taking this drug and losing weight rapidly. Quite expensive. But you have a lot of people that's using it. Okay, first take. You got people who's taking Ozempic that, okay, they are, obese or morbidly obese, and they need to take the drug to give them a head start on losing some weight rapidly, because they may have issues with diabetes, so on. But the issue arises that a lot of these people are not pursuing lifestyle change. So they're taking these drugs, they're losing weight fast, but they're not changing their diet. They're not, because actually if you take the drug, you lose weight, but you lose a lot of protein. So you really have to go on a diet, preferably a high protein diet, so you don't lose a lot of muscle mass permanently. So people are taking this drug without actually pursuing a lifestyle change, causing them to basically have to stay on a drug for forever because they, don't want to keep the weight off naturally. Alright, so again, people are using this drug and not pursuing lifestyle change. So it's helping them, but it's kind of not helping them because it's becoming a crutch. And they're continuing to have to use it, and it's expensive. I think dogs are idiots. That so gets on my nerves. I let him stay outside an hour or two before we go on a walk, so he can go ahead and get his shit out of his system, but it never fails. That gets on my nerves. Anyway, okay, so let's bring weed into the picture. Okay, people say, a lot of the debate or the feedback on weed is, I smoke weed for anxiety. I smoke weed for sleep issues. I smoke weed for depression. I have medical conditions that I need weed, and this helps me out, and it's better than, regular pharmaceuticals. And I agree, but weed is still a drug, whether it's natural or made in a lab. It's still a drug, which means it can help you, but it's only for short-term use. If you have sleep issues, yeah, it will help you. It can benefit you by getting you some sleep, but ultimately we should still find out why we're not sleeping. If you have anxiety issues, yeah, it can temporarily alleviate your anxiety, but we should find out why we having anxiety. Weed doesn't cure these things, it just temporarily relieves them. And when we don't actually pursue change or pursue a lifestyle change, we just fall in this cycle of needing weed every day and all day. So taking Ozempic and you're not seeking a diet change is just like smoking weed for anxiety, for sleep, but you're not trying to find out the underlying issues. And when we smoke weed for years and years and years, we have probably exacerbated our anxiety. We probably worsened our sleep issues. And now when we're trying to quit weed, we can't quit. We have to smoke weed our whole life. Just like Ozempic, we've taken it for so long. And I mean, if you're taking it for a long period of time, you must be rich, because it's quite expensive. But we're needing it every day, all day, because we're not actually trying to change things on our own. We should use these things. We can use these things as a head start, as a push, as a kick, as a starter. But ultimately, if we're not trying to improve these things on our own, they're going to be in vain, and we end up like needing these things in order to live, become dependent on them. And that's not the goal of any drug or anything. It should be for temporary use. Okay, now there's a second take on this. Okay, you have people who take Ozempic, they don't need it. Okay, you have women that are not clinically overweight, don't have diabetes, they just want to, lose 10, 15 pounds for aesthetic purposes, to fit in a dress. They're going to a class reunion. And those people, and also teenagers, you have teens who are so obsessed with appearance, so obsessed with looking a certain way, whether it's due to social media or the media or whatever. They're taking these drugs to lose weight when they really don't even need them. So let's transfer this to weed. Again, I've said weed can help if you have. Personally, I recommend you only smoke weed, ingest weed, if you are over the age of 25, if your brain is fully developed. We have a case of kids starting weed at 16, 15, at a young age for anxiety, and they're messing their systems because they don't even know how to handle anxiety on their own. You should not, and anxiety is so big in today's culture for youngsters. They think it's this handicap. So they'll say, well, I smoke weed because my anxiety. Anxiety is everywhere. Anxiety exists all the time. That's normal. And these kids don't think that's normal. They think that it's this abnormality. So they start abusing weed. They start taking things like psychedelics and all these other drugs because they're trying to alleviate anxiety, not giving their body a chance to actually handle it on their own, not learning their mind and learning how to handle situations on their own, building up your brain, learning how to be a problem solver, learning how to handle stress under stressful situations. And they feel like, what am I going to do? I'll just smoke some weed. So by the time they get into their 25, when their brain is fully developed, it's developed needing weed. They've actually changed their epigenetic structure of their brain, of their mind. So that's the case. People are saying they take weed for anxiety or smoking for anxiety, and they really don't have crippling anxiety. So they're just getting high and enjoying the effects of weed, enjoying the high, enjoying the THC, in turn doing it every day, all day. They're changing the structure of their brain, of their DNA, and they don't even handle problems like they should. They don't even know how to handle problems in a sober state. So when you get to an adult age and life happens, you lose jobs, you're paying bills, you have relationship issues, weed has almost handicapped their brain from actually handling these issues on their own. So, yeah. So, if you have a addiction issue with weed, or you're battling trying to quit, try to look at it like that. Look at it like, am I using weed like Ozempic? Am I taking weed for issues but still not pursuing change at the same time? In turn, I'm not actually solving my problem. I'm just really temporarily masking the problem, but introducing a whole nother problem. If you're trying to get better sleep, find out why you're not sleeping. If you have anxiety, find out why you have anxiety. It's for a reason. Is it your job? Is it your relationships? What is it? Ask yourself, find out. And if you are a teen or a young adult and you're, just smoking weed for the fun of it and using anxiety as an excuse, beware that you're changing how your brain reacts to stress, reacts to sleep. And you're setting up yourself for a more difficult time in your adult age. So I'll just leave this here. If you guys have a different take, different thoughts, feel free to comment below. But until next time, guys, remember we are all in this together. And till next time, guys, peace.
Used to breathe trees, now I live free. Clearing my mind, got no time for wait. Focused on my hustle, mind in the muscle. Breaking all the chains, feel the brain gaze will struggle. Mind on the rise, reaching for the skies. No more red eyes, goals I visualize. PPO vice, life like paradise. Feeling so nice, a new soul.